This weekend, Cincinnati lost an icon. Former Hamilton County Sheriff Simon Leis was controversial and tough, but even some of his harshest critics appreciated that he was always consistent.
So he believed in upholding the law and keeping the county safe, and he did that for nearly 50 years as sheriff, prosecutor, and a common pleas judge. Tonight I sit down with Sheriff Leis's oldest daughter, Julie. She had just left the funeral home when she talked with me about the man that we didn't see and how she and her family plan to keep his spirit and name alive.
Most of you remember him as the man who took on Larry Flynt in his hustler stores in the 70s, or the sheriff who gained national attention again in the 90s when he arrested and charged the director of the Contemporary Arts Center for an exhibition that included Robert Mapplethorpe's nude and sexual pictures.
We definitely knew there was a love-hate relationship with my father. We grew up, we had death threats. We had death threats come to our house. We sometimes couldn't be taken home to our own home after school.
But to Julie Raleigh, he was dad and grandpa who protected his family like he protected the county he served for nearly 50 years.
Was he a softie or was he tough at home?
Well, you got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing, and you don't lie to my father. You know, that was one thing. Tell the truth, no matter what. We'll deal with it.
Was there one specific story that you wish people knew about your dad?
He challenged me to work out with him every morning at 5 o'clock at Mercy Healthplex. I would meet him at 5 every morning. And when he got cancer, we still went with his walker.
The Leis family had plenty of heartache of their own. Simon Leis and his wife Margie, of nearly 70 years, lost their first child and only son at the age of 3. They went on to have Julie and her 2 younger sisters, Jill and Jody. But Sheriff Leis, even in his final days, regretted that there wouldn't be anyone to carry on his name.
He said, I don't have a courtroom named after me. I don't have a street. He said, my dear friend Buddy LaRosa, my dear friend Jeff Ruby has a street named after him, but there is nothing named after my father.
In 2019, the Leis family would suffer unimaginable loss again when Julie's daughter, the third of 10 grandchildren, died from suicide.
It hit him hard in the heart. I mean, my father put my daughter in 2020 trying to scare her straight. He did everything.
As Julie said, one of the things her father enjoyed as much as protecting this community was physical fitness. Before cancer took over 4 years ago, his body was as sharp as his mind. So when Julie and her family opened Maddie's House, a place for young adults struggling with mental health, they knew they wanted to open a fitness center with it, and they want to name it after her father.
I was able to go back to the hospital and tell my dad, you're going to have a gym, a fitness center, and a wellness center named after you, Dad. It's going to be the Leis Wellness and Fitness Center. So he was ecstatic.
Maybe he doesn't have a street or even the jail named after him yet, but for the Leis family, this is even more meaningful.
They've already raised $1.6 million for that fitness center. Julie is now, though, on a mission to raise another $1 million to make this a reality for her dad and also, of course, for all of the young people, teenagers and young adults struggling with mental health.
And you're just learning details about the funeral?
Yeah, I know so many of you wondering, you want to pay your respects. Well, the funeral will be a week from Friday, July 10th. A procession is going to take Sheriff Leis from the B.J. Meyer Sons Funeral Home there on the west side, past some of his favorite places, the White Castle where he'd get his dollar coffee every morning, the river that Julie says he loved so much, and then of course past all of his old offices, the Justice Center, the courthouse. The visitation, again, a week from Friday, scheduled for 9:30 to 11 in the morning, and then a funeral mass at 11:30, both of those taking place at St. Peter and Chains Cathedral in downtown Cincinnati. They're asking the family, of course, to wear red, white, and blue. You might have noticed Julie was wearing her red, white, and blue because her father was so patriotic, and again, in lieu of flowers, make a donation to Maddie's House.
I never got a chance to interview him. I know you worked with him many times over the years, so there's all the information you need to know if you want to pay your respects or at least watch here on the air.